Hello everybody from residential local Seoul, South Korea. Today we're going to go to an area that is not very much covered, or at least I haven't seen it being covered very much in Seoul. Show you guys a different side of the city, get out and connect to a little bit of nature. Sometimes large cities such as Seoul and such as many other cities in Asia, they can be a little bit overwhelming sometimes. So today we're going to go into Bong Hwasan. Now I'm probably destroying the name. Bong Hwasan Mountain. There's a couple hike trails, and as you can see, just a couple steps from this residential area, we are already immersed and covered by tree coverage, and we are beginning our ascent towards Bong Hwasan.
Very thankful for the tree coverage as well, because today is quite a hot day, and it's funnily enough sunny as well.
Yes. The
entire time we've been here it has been raining a lot.
Yes. And
today is kind of like nice and sunny, so I'm thankful for the trees, because my god, it gets hot fast here.
Hot and humid, but that's our fault. We picked probably the worst time of the year in terms of weather to visit here, but nonetheless, we're warriors, and we're going to go on an adventure today in Seoul and show you guys a different side to this mega city.
Now we found ourselves a map, and this is usually my favorite point of the hike, because you kind of get to understand where exactly you are and what you can do in the area. And now we are currently here, at least that's what the translation app says. Then you have several temples along the hike, and I believe you can do different types of hikes. So if you follow the yellow line, for example, it would be 2.5 kilometers. The orange line would be a little under 2 kilometers. But I'm kind of wondering, like, where is the peak? Because this here I believe says fire station, but somewhere here must be a peak, right? I don't know if we should just go up first, just to kind of get a feel of what a peak might be, and then walk around, or yeah, I think so. Yeah. So on the outskirts of this park here, you also have some schools, I saw, and there it says Bong Hwasan Mountain. Now, I am 100% sure that I grossly mispronounced that, but that's okay. First week in Korea, so I don't really think that you can expect too much off of us. But yeah, we're doing our best to understand this city and this country, and also the language. But all of the good things take a little bit of time, right? I hope you can hear that. There's like millions of cicadas in this forest, and that kind of seems to be the ongoing theme of Seoul. There seem to be cicadas sort of everywhere, which is really interesting. Usually in the larger cities you don't really have cicadas. Usually more like at the beach or in the mountains, either or, but not in the big cities, right? Oh. So the path up seemed to be all of these like little wooden stairs that seem to be a little bit older. Some of them have seen better days, but it's also rainy season at the moment, so it might be due to that. Oh, I'm already out of breath. Oh my god.
Wow, it's actually quite difficult to imagine that this is such a short distance from the crazy busy center of Seoul. It's a really nice thing to get away from the hustle and bustle of these cities sometimes, because we've been in Seoul now just a very, very brief time, but there's a lot going on. There's a lot to see and do, and tons of traffic too. But you would never think that this is just a short metro ride from where we're staying. So we're staying in the Dongdaemun area, which I think is like kind of a fashion district or so. And it only took us less than an hour or so to get out here on the metro. Extremely convenient, by the way, the metro system. You can pay with your card, you can pay with cash, and you also can use something called a T-money card. So keep that in mind if you are coming to visit Seoul and you're staying in the center. All of these areas are very easily accessible.
And tickets are only 1,500 won, I believe, per person, which is only like €1 or $1.
Yeah. Also, you pay a deposit if you have the single-use cards, and then you get the deposit returned to you when you arrive at your destination. So it's a very, very handy sort of a thing to make sure that the tickets don't go to waste. Because a lot of times people will buy metro tickets, single-use metro tickets in a lot of countries that we've been to, and those tickets just basically go in the trash. But not here. We're starting to come up now to some sort of a view. Unfortunately, the trees here are a little bit blocking it, but I'm sure we'll get to see it now.
There's a viewing platform here.
Wow.
I think you can see the national park.
Oh, no way.
There's a national park in the north. Can you see it?
Hello.
There's a national park in the north of Seoul.
Wow, yeah. Look at that. So I believe off here, the mountain ridge is Bukhansan National Park.
Yeah, you see it just there in the distance.
Beautiful.
Here's a little bit more of a free viewing point, so you can see all of Seoul here, all of the condos, of course. And then there in the distance, and here behind the trees, are sort of two different peaks of, I want to say, that national park. We really want to go there, but at the moment it says, because of how much it's raining, that it's like prone to landslides, so we're not really sure if we should be going. Maybe if it calms down a little bit during our stay we will go, but I hope it will calm down so that we can actually see the national park.
And by the way, there's a sign just there. It says public Wi-Fi. There's actually a router just over there, and you can access public Wi-Fi while you're on your hike in nature. So absolutely incredible. In terms of the public facilities here in South Korea, it is next level. As you guys would have seen in a previous video, we saw a public gym that's better than any paid membership gym in Ireland, and it was in a public park as well. This is incredible the way it's set up.
You can also see here that they're facilitating new walkways, so the boardwalk here is basically the alternative to the previously probably a little bit outdated nature walk, kind of on sand. But you can see in the middle, because of how much it's been raining, everything, like all of the sand has been swept away a little bit. So I want to say this boardwalk here is probably the safer option, and it kind of goes back and forth as well. So if you do come with somebody that is sitting in a wheelchair or something like that, you can bring them up here as well. Obviously with the stairs that wasn't possible. So it's really nice to see that Seoul is sort of doing all of these things, working on the things, constructing boardwalks and so on for the people that live here. It's so nice.
Wow. So we're currently at the top of Bongwasan mountain, and you have a beautiful panoramic viewpoint here. Look at that sprawling city of Seoul right there. And as you can see, the park itself and the actual surroundings of this area is massive. The fact that this has been left untouched and they actually made it into something for locals to use and for locals to be able to connect to nature if you are a local of Seoul, it's fantastic, truly. amazing. And this is a breathtaking view right here.
Kind of seems like Seoul is located in a valley around a lot of mountains, right? Just look at the surroundings. Of course you see Seoul, but all on the outskirts there seem to be loads and loads of mountains everywhere. So it kind of seems like Seoul is in the valley, which would explain the flooding.
Yeah, it's incredible to see just how much greenery there is around, like I said at the beginning. A lot of these larger cities in Asia, particularly around Southeast Asia, they build and build and build, and then they overdevelop, and then they basically eradicate any areas like these. But it's great to see that here in South Korea they managed to integrate the old and the new in the city itself, and also the nature, and it all blends together to make a very beautiful place.
You want to go check out the shrine?
Oh yeah.
Downstairs, by the way, it was incorrectly translated to fire station. Maybe it's a place where you can light some incense or candles or something.
Yeah, it's apparently a shrine here. So let's check this place out. And even up here at the top of Gwanghwasan mountain, there's plenty of people sitting, having conversations after going for their hike, and also exercising as well. Oh, so this is a smoke signal station site. The site of the smoke signal station during the Joseon dynasty. Wow, that's cool. Restored in 1994.
So that's what they mean with fire station.
Yeah.
It's nice up here, right? It's quite hot.
It's beautiful, but we are literally in the direct sun now.
So what this probably is because of where it is located, it would be able to be seen from very, very far away. So the smoke station itself, probably if some sort of an enemy was to invade, you would go in here and light a fire and then create a smoke signal that could be seen from any other mountaintop and from the entire city of Seoul, and everybody would be notified immediately that there's some enemies in the area to evacuate and so on. I find it very interesting. I thought the stairs up here would also be the stairs to this shrine, but there's just a wall, so it might not be accessible to the public. Not so sure, maybe it has a different entrance or something. But yeah, that's the top of Gwanghwasan mountain. Didn't think that we would be able to come up here so fast. Thought it was going to take us a little bit longer, but it was a very sweaty march up here, I want to say. We're both a little bit on the hotter and sweatier side.
Wow. So we stumbled across a bit of a stream here with a bridge. We actually, to be totally honest, got lost. And that is, I suppose, one of the things that we usually end up doing whenever we do something in regards to nature or hiking or anything like that. We're not exactly the best when it comes to sticking to the plan or sticking to signs and planned routes. But hey, I'm not mad about it. Very tranquil and peaceful place. This park in general is quite amazing, and I said it already, it's just the simple fact that it's directly where so many millions of people are living. Now, what we're going to do next up is make our way back down, if we can find our way back down. Make our way back down, grab ourselves some food, and hopefully try something new. Haven't really had a proper breakfast yet, and this walk has definitely ignited some appetite. And the food so far here in Seoul has been exceptional. Wow, I'm quite literally covered in sweat. So guys, we made it back down towards Myeok-gol. So this is the Myeok-gol subway station here. And we spotted this restaurant here, or this place to eat, just before we went up to the top, and we literally said this is where we're gonna have our lunch or our breakfast. They actually have some stone pot rice and a lot of very nice looking Korean food. So let's try some local Korean cuisine here in a different side of Seoul, shall we? 안녕하세요. Hello. Alright, let's do it. Oh, look at that. Wow.
Seems to be a very local place.
Yeah, beautiful. Massive pot of tteokbokki. Right. Let's have a look at the menu and see if we can Google Translate. It's our best friend so far here in Korea. We basically just use the camera function and then we're good to go.
We need to understand as well if we can pay with card.
Oh yeah, true.
It's always one of the things.
Most places here in Korea so far you can pay with card. 감사합니다.
Can you translate?
Yeah, sure.
I'm too close.
I'll try and translate. Okay, so the left side here is pork belly stone pot rice, and then you have gochujang bulbek stone pot rice, special pork bulbek stone pot rice, and red pepper paste stone pot rice. That sounds really good. That's the left side of it anyways. I think I'm definitely keen to try something with maybe pork belly, maybe rice. We have some, I think, tea, and this here is some nice ice water. This is exactly what I was hoping to have, because it's exceptionally hot outside today.
It is very hot today, yeah.
Oh. Hands are pretty shaky after all the walking. My fitness standard is not up on the level that it should be. There was like legitimately local Korean aunties that were flying past us, like on the trek that we were on. It's not even that far, to be honest, but both of us were dying, literally. What are you thinking, food-wise?
I don't know, I'm kind of thinking, I think as well that you order like one dish and then you get several servings of rice, so I think we might just order one. I believe the pork belly one, we didn't have pork belly yet in Korea, so that might be a good thing to do. I also don't know what gochujang bulbak is.
Yeah. We have a lot to figure out when it comes to Korean food. Everything is still very, very brand new. Even the smells in this restaurant, I don't recognize them. Oh, the top one?
This one?
Nice.
Can we have for two people?
Two? Okay. Nice one. So, Naomi's tactic every time that we arrive in a new country, she asks, what is your favorite dish, to the local people, and they always will suggest you the best thing in their eyes as to what their, like maybe their specialty as well is. So that's always fantastic, because in the beginning of our travels, when we started going to countries, we would arrive at the country, not speak the language, not be able to read the menu, and we would end up ordering something that wasn't, you know, a specialty of the place, or it wasn't even a local dish. And yeah, you don't want that. You don't want that. You want to, when in Rome, you want to be trying or doing as the Romans do. So that's exactly what we're trying to do here. So I think we, exactly like Naomi suggested, we're going to get the pork belly stone pot rice. Sounds phenomenal.
Yeah, I feel like that's it should be the go-to tactic if you are a traveler. Of course, it's a little bit weird and it's a little bit out there to just like translating like what's your favorite dish, and then but usually you always get like a positive experience out of it. Oh, they're already starting.
Oh, cool! Thank you.
Oh, you can take your own condiments.
Yeah.
Maybe kimchi and stuff. You want to
Grab
have
a
a
bowl
look?
and have a look and see what. Let's see what I can get. Wow. Okay. So, tteokbokki, like I showed you guys just there, You've also got the chili paste. This is amazing stuff. I believe you can mix that with like bibimbap and stuff like that. You've got mushrooms, so beautiful mushrooms. It says mushroom growing season, I believe, at the moment all over East Asia. And then you've got some vegetables, some more vegetables here in like some sort of a soup. And then you've also got tofu, I believe, and then, or this might be actually fish. Yeah.
I also think this is not the right bowl. I think
it's not the right bowl, yeah.
You
can take like multiple ones of these. Sounds like an idea, actually. I'm gonna take some of this red pepper or red chili paste because I absolutely love the smell of this.
What is this
plenty.
one? This seems like mushrooms?
I think it's mushrooms, yeah.
I don't know, I want to say let's just give each and every little bit a try.
Yeah, 100%.
This here might be something pickled.
Looks like maybe pickled radish, yeah.
Not kimchi though.
Not kimchi, yeah.
Do you want to try the fish cake too?
I'll try some of this, yeah, why not? Be adventurous.
Just not too much.
Just a little
in case
bit.
we don't like it.
Yeah, you never know. That tteokbokki is really staring at me all the time as well. Oh. So all of these things. Oh wow, look at that.
That's it. One thing that I have figured out now in Korea. Every time I'm like, where's the cutlery? There's always like this little drawer on the side of the table.
Yeah.
Where you have like napkins and also cutlery, which is great.
Super convenient. In general, a lot of the stuff here is always like just at your fingertips when it comes to that. Oh, this is like a hot soup, maybe like a legume soup or a bean soup.
Sour
Sour
I think
soup?
it might be a sour one. Spicy pickled radish. Oh yeah, it is actually spicy.
Oh, nice.
That's nice. Mushroom? Ooh.
Mushroom?
This one is nice.
Yeah?
It's like with it has a very strong taste of soy sauce.
Oh, nice.
Actually, which is super nice. Also, all of it is cold, by the way. Might also be pickled. Now the scary one. Oh. I don't know what. Oh, now it's a fishy. I don't know. I think it might be a fishy taste, but I'm not sure. It's not very. If it is a fish cake, it's not very pronounced.
Okay.
But nice.
Yeah?
It's alright actually. Yeah, I think it should be a fish cake. This sauce is the best sauce in the world.
I love it. Really good, and I don't know what the actual correct Korean name is for it, so please let us know down below what exactly it's called. But wow, these condiments. I'm gonna try this one here actually. Yeah, tastes fishy.
But not as fishy as I thought.
Not as fishy as I thought, yeah. I saw people as well. We went to Myeongdong just last night, and we saw people that had like wooden sticks and giant ones of this. So basically, just the stick is just put through it, and then people just literally just eat through the whole thing. I don't know if I would be able to eat that much of this because it is quite a strong taste. But in general, the Korean Korean food. There's a strong taste off of pretty much everything. You guys really enjoy the fermented chili everything. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with it as well. I'm enjoying it. So this is possibly a sour soup. That is sour right there. Wow. It immediately cleared out my sinuses. This is probably something that's very, very good for you if you have like a bit of a head cold or something like that, which I actually do, believe it or not. I have like, my nose is kind of like a little bit stuffy, but that's just because of the bad weather recently. Thankfully today we have beautiful sunshine, so hopefully a little bit of vitamin D and a little bit of sour soup is going to cure me right up. This is actually very nice. It's just intensely flavored.
Is it spicy?
No, it's just hardcore sour taste. Oh, that will keep you awake.
Thank you. 감사합니다. Oh, this is the pork belly, right?
Pork.
We got a serving of tteokbokki, and this one is the rice. Yeah, this is rice. Interesting.
Seems to be sticky rice. Looks and smells incredible. The smell off of that pork belly is so good. It's basically sautéed pork belly with onions in there as well. I'm gonna go in and try some of this tteokbokki. It looks pretty...
Maybe don't lose it halfway.
It looks pretty intense. We genuinely love spicy food, but like Korea is like pushing new limits when it comes to spice sometimes. Let's give this one a go. That's really good. It's like just basically cold tteokbokki that's sitting in the what would you call that? Like a soup or like a marinade, I guess?
Sauce, yeah.
Sauce. And the flavour of it is actually quite nice. It's not spicy at all.
Oh.
It's actually very mellow. I always assumed tteokbokki is like supposed to be incredibly spicy, but it's actually quite mild. Very tasty. Good. The steam coming off of that rice is incredible. Oh.
Tteokbokki is a build spice. It's not spicy at the beginning, but if you eat several bits after another, it genuinely gets really spicy. You need to be careful. They're also difficult to pick up with the metal chopsticks.
Yeah, true. The metal chopsticks here in Korea provide a little bit of a challenge for us. We kind of got used to using chopsticks because we traveled quite a bit around in China before we came here. But the chopsticks in China, the majority of the time, or basically all of the time, are wooden. Here, not so much. I think it has to do probably mostly the steel has a bit more easier to clean, especially with like boiling water and stuff like that. Kind of makes sense. But on the other hand, it's pretty difficult for us Westerners to actually grab stuff.
This is interesting. There's something like brown at the bottom of it. Like maybe some sort of a sauce. And it does smell a little bit like... I don't know what the right word for it is in English. Like these... What are they called? These guys here. Sorry, this might be a little bit anticlimactic. This one?
Oh, I have no idea.
Like it's not rice, but it's like some sort of a grain, if that makes sense. I don't know the word in English.
Wow.
Sorry. But that's like the predominant scent that I'm getting off of it. It's really nice. It's not like your average rice at all.
This here is quite literally a feast. When we were getting all the extra stuff, I was like, this is going to be very easy, like a small amount of food, and then the actual meat came out, the rice came out, tteokbokki, all of that extra stuff, and it all comes together to make an actual proper meal.
It seems really nice. It's all really sticky rice here as well. I love the sticky rice, it's the best one. Sorry, rest of Asia, but sticky rice is just the way to go.
Yep.
Should I just give the pork belly a try? From wife? This is a meal right here. Jesus Christ, that's so tasty. Onions, wow. Absolute perfection. You need to give this a try, like genuinely. This is probably some of the best pork, like right up there, probably with Thailand.
Oh, wow.
Pork level, so like really genuinely amazing.
Let's give it a shot. I have to figure out my rice situation here. It is an interesting smell to the rice for sure. It's incredibly white rice, like the whitest rice that I've seen.
You think it's bleached?
It looks
or
like
is it just
I don't
very
know,
clean?
It's incredibly clean, I think. Just look at that. Crazy. So a little bit of rice, and then obviously need some onions and some beautiful pork belly as well. I'm so excited that my mouth is like a waterfall on the inside at the moment. So, a little bit of pork, a little bit of rice. I'm gonna go in with my spoon actually, just to get like a decent amount of rice around the pork as well, and a good amount of onion in there too. That is absolutely incredible. The fat and the juice on the pork. It's incredibly hot because of the rice, but it's so tender, and it literally almost immediately, the pork anyways, evaporated. I'm only chewing onions right now. Combination of those flavors together, 10 out of 10 honestly. Really, really, really good. This red chili paste, I think, if I add some rice in here, take some of the chili paste, mix the rice together maybe with some of the greens and stuff like that, and then start layering on the meat. It's just levels. It's gonna take it all to the next level probably.
I'm kind of wondering if you're supposed to make like a little roll with the salad. So like put rice on it and then add some pork, maybe some sauce, and then just roll your own little sort of rice-a-rito or something like that. Maybe that's what we're supposed to be doing with the salad. I'm not too sure. He's currently getting the salad. Maybe we can check out what he is doing with his salad and then figure out that way what we're supposed to be doing. Because a lot of times we're just absolutely clueless. Luke is currently stirring the chili sauce into the sticky rice.
Might add like a different element, different flavor. So I think I've genuinely discovered a new element of flavor here. Chili paste blended in together with that sticky rice and the pork. And yeah, it just opens up a whole new world. It's unbelievable. The flavors here in Korea, very, very unique. Like I said, I've been traveling now for quite a while. The flavors that we're experiencing around here, very different, and it stands out. It's going to be a place that we're going to remember for a very, very long time when it comes to the food in particular.
I hope I'm not committing a culinary suicide here, but I just took a salad leaf and I added rice and radish and some of the mushrooms and sauce and all of that into my little rice burrito. I'm just gonna roll it up and then That's good. I'm sure this is not how you're supposed to be doing any of this. I also lost a little bit of rice. But this is quite nice. This is really good. No, I think I would be eating it from now on like this. It's very nice. So happy right now.
Are the greens like on the bitter side of life, or a little bit? Yeah. I'm more than happy with the way this is turning out here. This is spot on. Nice cold water to refresh us up as well. Oh, couldn't be happier. So tender.
This really seems to be like the local lunch spot. There's a lot of people coming in now, having good food.
Yeah.
Just to give you guys an overall verdict, this pork was legitimately 10 out of 10. The same with this special preparation of the rice. I ate it all. I even scratched out a little pot just to make sure that I had like as much as possible. And the pickled radish or whatever vegetable this was, also really, really good. I think I could do without the soup. Tteokbokki is nice, but like I could also do without the tteokbokki, I think. What about your verdict?
I would be more than happy with just the Korean pork belly and the sticky rice. Just give me those two. Call it a day. Oh, and the red pepper paste here too. But the Korean pork is on the next level, honestly. We've tried pork belly, we've tried pork in like tons of different countries now, and this is up here. It's up there. It's some of the best for sure. And this is just a random local restaurant in a residential area of Seoul. So I think if you go to the more publicly recognized places that are known for their pork belly, it only gets better probably.
But I kind of appreciate that we managed to find just a little local spot, because I feel like this is probably the most authentic way to try that pork belly, because a lot of times when you go to the fancy restaurants, they usually alter the traditional recipe and it's not going to taste the way it's supposed to taste, right? So yeah, I'm very happy, and I think we probably tried a very authentic version of the pork belly.
It's delicious, like genuinely delicious. So as always, we'll try and do our best, but I'm going to show the shop front one more time for you guys. Definitely come and check it out if you are a local, if you're an expat, or if you're a tourist that's planning on coming here. Make your way to this area, do the hike, work up an appetite, and then come back down and enjoy some pork belly, because it's a perfect scenario, a perfect day as well.
So, just to recap, this is the name of the restaurant, which, again, we're not going to be able to read, but it is just outside of the metro line, station number 7.
Myeokgul.
Myeokgul.
Meokgul.
Yeah.
This is the place.
And we had spent for everything that you saw there, including the water, including the rice, all of the nice little dishes and condiments and so on, €14.
Yep.
That's absolutely insane, and it fed both of us. Like, I'm genuinely full to the brim, and I don't feel like I have to eat for the rest of the day. I'm so full, my god.
I'm gonna be taking a nap on the metro home.
Yeah, 100%.
But for now, guys, my name is Luke.
My name is Naomi.
We're the Two Mad Explorers.
And this is your reminder to keep exploring.
See you guys in the next Seoul, South Korea adventure.
Kamsahamnida for watching.
Kamsahamnida.
Bye bye.